Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla'S. As always, guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. So we have Capricorn. And again, guys, these are general readings, so only take whatever applies. I don't know if I want to say lady or señorita. Because there is there is an energy of, it's not just one person. People don't know how to address you. People don't know who you are. People don't know what you are, what you're doing. You have certain people confused. And whether this is at work, whether this is, socially or whatever it is, you come up, Capricorns, to be honest with you, with a lot of authority. Like, you're an authority figure, you're a leader by nature in a certain aspect. Whether, again, this can be at work, this can be at the gym, this can be, at a craft or whatever it is. There's something that just comes all right. It may not be the aspect of it itself that comes naturally, but when you start to do something, Caps, you perfect it to your best of ability, right? You're a very hard critic with yourself. So because of that, regardless of wherever you are in or whatever it is that you're doing, you come up as a leader. Right? So, like, let's put it this way. This is a simple example. I have like two. There's something that I'm working on, and the plan was that I was going to do this thing with someone else, right? Like, somebody was going to show me the rope. Like, we were going to work as a team as I got comfortable within a space, right? And it's something new, and I'm excited about it. And then, for the last couple of months, I've been in my head, like, okay, the time is coming. We're going to co-work this together. And then I get a text, and it's like, you're going to be running the show by yourself, but I'll be in the background if you need my help. And I'm like, but I haven't done that. Like, not even, like, co-worked it with anybody. Like, how are you just going to throw me there? But then I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, right? It's kind of like that type of energy. Like, you're kind of like just being thrown into something, or you're showing up somewhere and you're automatically like made the leader, right? All right, so I guess another simple example would be, like, I was in spin class a couple of weeks ago, and we had a few new people that came in the middle of class. So when we were done with class, while the instructor was getting ready, picking up all his stuff and stuff like that, I was like, oh, I'll explain it, right? Because the person that normally does take over that, she wasn't there. So I went over to the people, and I told them how to set up the seats and this and what everything on the bike is for and what the positions are, and how the classes flow and things like that, even though I don't teach the classes, right? But it's something that I've been doing for a while. So in that moment in time, I became the leader, right? In that aspect, if you can kind of like wrap your brain around it, right? So it's almost kind of something like that, where you may be a part of something, but for whatever the reason, either whether it is your execution or just the way that you show up in a space, people are looking at you as if you're the leader, like you're the person people go to for answers. There is a lot of and then this is where it kind of gets tricky. There's a lot of expectations from other people when it comes to you. And what you have to learn to do, if you haven't already mastered Capricorn, is do not live up to those people's expectations, right? Because when you start living up to other people's expectations, you can deplete yourself of what you're actually meant to do. A lot of the times people have expectations of you, because it's like their inner self is trying to let them know, like, hey, this is what you should be doing, right? Not exactly what Capricorn is doing, but maybe what they're thinking that Capricorn should be doing is something that they're being asked to do, but they're not listening because they're not listening to themselves. Right? So live by your expectations and not others people's expectations. But just do know, Kathy, that you are seen as a leader. And a lot of people are confused as to what to call you or like who you are or what it is that you do. So we have this is quite interesting the way that your cards came out. We have this Five of Wands in the reverse, and that's the Lord of Strife, right? That came out in the reverse. We have the Justice, daughter of the Lord of Truth, and then the Temperance, daughter of the Lord of Reconciles, both in the upright position. So again, there is kind of like you're not fighting anybody. When it comes to what they expect of you, you just be like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. That's interesting. But you're not really going at it with people. To be honest with you, even if people have certain expectations of you, I feel that there is this intimidating type of energy about you that they won't even cross it. They won't even come across and actually say it, right? There is a lot of you catching the eye, though. There is a lot that is there are scales that are being balanced. Maybe things I want to say more like seeds and things that you may have planted in the past that you're finally seeing coming, like flourishing. You're finally seeing the fruits of whatever it is that you planted long ago, and it's all coming in. It's all coming in fast, and there's no resisting it. There's no resistance, and there's no interference, is what I want to say. Because sometimes Capricorns, when things are going good for you, you sometimes stop it by thinking of other things, right? What could go wrong and things like that. But I feel that that's something that you have, at least for this season, you're not doing. So you're allowing yourself to receive, and you're receiving a lot. We have the Clock. The Clock talks about time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So a lot of you, again, have been putting in a lot of work, have been very devoted and very committed to certain things. And because of that, it's almost kind of like this is your time for harvest. This is your time for harvest. But a lot of you are not even realizing it because, again, even though you didn't see the harvest for what you were doing a couple of months or weeks ago, whatever it is, you've moved on to something else because you know that all that harvest has been accumulating and is all going to be released the moment that you stop obsessing about when it's coming in. So let's go ahead and let's get a closing message for Capricorns. Give me one card, Spirit, for Capricorn. Just one card. Why do we have two? A new start is coming, new moon. So again, a lot of you are already in this energy. You're starting something, or you've started something new. Or maybe that is in the works of starting something new. There's a lot of new things coming in for you. There's a lot of new things and a lot of new opportunities that are literally right in your front door. The thing with you, Capricorn, is staying committed to it and allowing yourself that break when you feel overworked or when you feel overstimulated. It's okay to take a day off. Even an hour. You can do an hour, Capricorn. I believe in you. Let me stop. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.